Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Hattie Homemaking, where I make videos on homemaking, femininity and slow living. So today I wanted to film another vlog. I feel like I've not done a vlog in a long while. Someone walking past. Murphy. I feel like I've not vlogged in a long while. I've been really focused with work in real life recently, and I just got to the stage with work, I don't know if anyone can relate, where you just really need some annual leave and a break because I was just really exhausted with it. So it's just been bank holiday weekend, it's bank holiday Monday today, and then I had last week off as well, well most of it off, so I'm feeling much more refreshed and excited to make a vlog today. So the weather is so strange today. I feel like the last time I did a vlog actually it was snowing but yesterday was actually hot enough to wear a summer dress and we were all sat out in the garden. Then this morning it's been hailing and snowing and now it's sunny again, so I feel like this is just springtime in Britain. It really just does not know what it wants to do with itself, so we're just going to see how the day pans out. I've been spending lots of time in the garden recently. You might have seen on my Instagram I got one of those standing, coming up, I got one of those standing greenhouses that's got like 5 shelves and then you can just put the cover on it, and then I got a potting table as well. So I've never actually planted seeds before in my life. So yesterday I just used some like egg cups and did it that way, but I've realised I've done it wrong because I didn't poke holes in the bottom, so it has no drainage. So today I want to go out to the garden and sort that out, try and put some holes in the bottom while the seeds are already in, so I don't know how I'm going to manage that, but we're going to give it a try. I'm also going to make a banana bread because we have some bananas that are going off and Paul has asked that I make a banana loaf, so I'm going to do that today. And also the house is a bit of a mess because it's been bank holiday and because the stay at home rule has lifted. We have been out and about, going on walks, going down to the coast, sitting in Paul's parents' garden, and it's just been lovely. So I haven't done any housework this weekend, so I really need to get on top of that today before I'm back to work tomorrow. So I just thought I would do a little vlog and just take you along with this day, since I feel like it's been a while since I've done a more informal move around vlog rather than just a sit down one. So that's what we're going to do today. Also Murphy would like to say hello. Hello. You just see me put some clothes away. So this is a big bag. Yesterday I had a big sort out of all my clothes. So this is the bag that is going to charity, that was just not in the best condition for selling, but I know charities can actually do stuff with fabric, and so there's some fabric there that I use to make pillows and things like that. So I'm going to give that bag to charity. And then in this cupboard I have a pile of clothes that I've put on Depop. So all this has been steamed. There's some brand new stuff there as well that I haven't ever worn, so go and have a little look at my Depop and see if anything is something you fancy. I am only posting to people in the UK, so if you live in America then don't go and have a look, because if you like something you can't get it. But if you're in the UK then I will put my username on Depop up, and all of this stuff is for sale. So just as I was saying how strange the weather is today, the sun has now come out full force. So I'm going to go out into the garden now. I'm going to show you some, not updates because I don't think I've ever actually shown the garden, but just some of the things I've been working on. I am a complete newbie to gardening. I have no idea what I'm doing. So if anyone has any tips, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. That would be highly appreciated. But I'm going to go out now and show you a little bit of the garden. I really hope none of the neighbours are about, because I'm very awkward about filming around people. Even Paul, I've noticed I'm just quite awkward filming around people. Obviously it's a very unusual thing to do, speaking to a camera, so I think I'm just conscious. But I'm just going to tell myself if there's neighbours around, I could be on FaceTime to a family member, and that is completely normal. So let's just go out and do it. Okay, so we have this seating area. This pillow is falling down, and these were the cushions I actually sewed a couple of months ago, so I'm just keeping them as my outdoor cushions. I think they look really nice. Then above here we have an olive tree, which is looking really healthy. Then in this little corner here, this was, I think it's called a clematis. It was massive and it went all around the sides there, but it died, so we had to cut it back. So now it's just like a big empty space. We have still got some healthy plant there, so we're hoping it's going to grow back, but if not we might have to just remove the rest of it and put something else there. So that's looking a bit worse for wear at the moment. Then spinning around here we have a little stones area with some stepping stones. So in here we had some geraniums. They actually lasted about 3 years, but they were dead, so I've got rid of them, and then that's an empty box ready for some different plants. Then in this corner we have a rose bush. My mother-in-law actually bought me this because it said bride, and obviously we are getting married this year, so she bought me that. Hopefully that's going to come up in another couple of weeks. And then going up the stairs, so now we have a little grass section. So our garden's almost in 3 sections. We have the stone area, the grass area, and then we have a decking up there. So I'll take you round. We've got some tulips, some daffodils. It's very windy. Hydrangeas. So yesterday I sprinkled some wildflower seed on there, so I'm hoping that's going to come up. Coming around here, I really love this white plant. I don't know what it is. Then we have another rose that actually died because there was a sucker at the bottom, so we didn't get to it in time and it died, but it does look like it's growing back luckily. And then on this side, this is where I have my little greenhouse and potting station. So this is my little potting table that was from Aldi. It was only about £25. I absolutely love it. And then this is my greenhouse, which I got from Wilko's, which is only about £15. So I'm just going to open it and show you what I've got in there. Okay, so these are my egg cups, which I put a couple of different wildflower seeds. I've got a load of toilet rolls which I'm collecting there, and then these are some garden vegetables I got, so I need to plant them. I'm waiting for some proper pots to come that I want to do. Some of the ones that naturally just degrade themselves, so I've got some of them coming today, and these were the ones that I planted yesterday, so they are in there. I also planted some sweet peas and these toilet rolls which have all fallen down so I'm going to sort them out in a minute. and then we've just got loads of compost at the bottom. Is how our garden is looking at the moment. As I said, I am a complete newbie, so don't judge. It probably is looking a little bit of a mess, but hopefully we'll get there. I think it takes a couple of years, especially when you just move into a new house, to sort of work out what works, what you've already got. So yeah, I'm just going to give myself a little bit of time to figure it all out. I'm definitely new to the game, have no idea what I'm doing. So my next thing is I'm going to wait for those pots to come, and then I'm going to plant the seeds for my vegetables. I'm probably going to replant the ones that were in the toilet rolls and all fell down. I really was making it up as I went along there. I had no idea what I was doing. So hopefully this year is going to be like a test year, see what comes out, see what works, and then next year, hopefully, that's when I want to at least grow 1 or 2 things. So this year I'm just giving myself a little bit of grace. The seeds are not expensive at all, so it's not a super expensive thing to go wrong. They're just seeds, they're just compost. We can always do better next year. So I'm just gonna, yeah, not be too hard on myself. But I've been really enjoying just being out there in the fresh air. I really think gardening is such a lovely hobby to get into. And I love that it's becoming more of a thing on YouTube at the moment. There's a girl in the UK who lives in the Cotswolds and is pretty much living my dream life in like a lovely like stone building in the middle of the Cotswolds, and she's really into her gardening, and she shows loads of time in her greenhouse and all the things she is planting. She's called Fashion Mumbler or Josie London. She has 2 names. I think she changed them maybe midway, but I'll leave her channel link below if you're interested in gardening. And also my friend as well, called Living the Life You Love, she also is showing her gardening at the moment as well, so I'll link them both below. They both live in the UK. But yeah, I just think it's a lovely wholesome thing for our generation to get into, and it's so nice to see more people doing it. So I just thought I'd quickly show you this jumper I'm wearing. Well, actually it's a fleece. I got it from Amazon and I absolutely love it. I am not a fleece kind of gal at all, but on a day like today where it's kind of warm, it's kind of cold, this is just, it's so nice and snuggly, and I still feel put together. It reminds me of kind of like, you know, Kate Middleton, where she's out in the countryside and she wears like a fleece and a gilet and some wellies. It gives me that sort of vibe. I know I'm nothing like Kate Middleton, but it was only from Amazon, so I will link below. And oh, it's just so comfortable, and I've been wearing it all the time recently, just with leggings around the house. It's just perfect for those days where you're just chilling around the house and you're not going anywhere, and there really is no point wearing a dress and dressing up. So yeah, I absolutely love it. Okay, so I'm just sat on the floor now in my second bedroom just because the sun is shining in, and it's just making me happy. I feel like we were forecast such a gloomy day today, and when I woke up it really was a gloomy day, and it's just slowly getting brighter and brighter, blue skies, and I'm just someone who is so much happier in the sun. I can't explain it. It's like during autumn and winter I am definitely lower in mood, and then as soon as the sun comes out in spring I'm just in much better spirits. So although it's freezing cold outside, it's so deceiving because I really want to hang my clothes outside. I've just come out the wash, but I know they just won't dry because it's too cold, even though the sun is like beaming down. So it's one of those in-betweeny days. How many times have I mentioned the weather in this vlog? I think this is the 3rd time. That is just so British of me. But I just wanted to sit down and talk a little bit about the channel that I'm obviously made here, Hattie Homemaking, and sort of what I want to do with it. So you might have noticed I've kind of, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, I tried to do like an upload schedule where I was uploading twice a week, and I kind of don't know why I did that because it put pressure on myself, and it was completely opposite of what I said when I first started this channel. If you look to my first ever video where I was talking about my previous channel and the mistakes I made and how I don't want to make that same mistake, I felt like I was kind of falling into it a little bit and treating it as like a job and like a thing I have to do, and that was just sucking a lot of creativity out of me and making me not want to film. So I've taken a little break and had to think about what I actually want to do with it, and I've realised I'm definitely most happy when I'm creating creative videos, and I actually really do love making YouTube videos, but I think sometimes I get sucked into what can happen with it. And obviously I've been very open on this channel that eventually I want to be a stay-at-home mum, and I think the fact that YouTube provides that potential of being an earning income, it definitely appeals to me, and I'm definitely like, oh, I really want to make that happen. But then at the same time, if I almost want to make that happen too much, then I lose my creativity with it, and it becomes about numbers, and yeah, I just don't enjoy it anymore. So I think I kind of, although in the back of my mind one day, if I can make a tiny bit of income from YouTube and be able to stay at home and be a stay-at-home mum and be financially okay, that would be like an absolute dream. But at the same time, I do love making YouTube just for making YouTube videos, even if that wasn't the case. So I think I need to have like that fine balance of just doing it and enjoying it, and whatever happens happens, and even if I never make anything out of it, it's still worth doing, because one, it's fun, and two, I love the idea of just having loads of little videos when I'm older, especially the ones about, you know, being a good person. I would love to be able to show them to my children one day, and it not just be me as their mum telling them, but also me as a young girl before I even had kids telling them. I just think that would be so cool. So I definitely want to continue doing it. In terms of an upload schedule, I'm just completely removing the pressure. Ideally, I would like to upload once a week. I think that would be good. So let's just see what happens with that. But also something that I think about a lot is about the effects of social media on mental health. And personally for me, I'm a very outdoorsy, like in the moment type of person, and sometimes if social media is taking me away from my real life, so if I'm being less productive, say in the garden or baking or little things like that, then I just find I just don't enjoy life more, and it's not something I actually notice. So say for example, I spend an hour on Instagram, that takes me away from those really productive, creative hobbies that I love doing. So I think for me, my use of social media has to be creative and about what I put out there rather than what I consume from other people. And then at the same time, I like to watch other people's videos as well, because they inspire me, and there are certain people's videos I just absolutely love watching. So I'm not gonna completely remove that, but I think it's really important when you use social media to be very aware about how it impacts your mental health, especially at the moment with the state of the world and everything that's happened. I think everyone's mental health, everyone is suffering whether we know it or not, even if it's just at a very low level, because what we've been through the past year and a half collectively as a nation, every single individual has been affected, whether you know someone who's died from it, whether you've lost your job, whether it's just knowing it's happening outside in the world. We've all gone through such a difficult time, and I think now is the time to think about our mental health and to prioritise our mental health over everything. And if that means dropping your goals, say if you want to create a social media platform, if that means just dropping it for a couple of weeks and focusing on yourself like I've done, then that's so important to do. So I just wanted to have this chat because I think it's an important conversation, and you guys know I work in mental health as well, so I talk about it every day. It's something that's so important to me, and I just hope it becomes more and more mainstream as it is, where people just feel able to talk about it, able to change their mind on topics, able to say no to plans if it's something that affects their mental health. And yeah, especially with social media, I'm really glad that it is becoming more talked about. So I'm going to stop talking now because I have been rambling for a little bit, and I'm going to go into the kitchen and I'm going to start this banana bread that Paul wants me to make. Okay, so this is the current state of my kitchen. So I won't be making banana bread at all. I will be cleaning this, tidying everything up, cleaning the surfaces, putting everything away, and then I can get going on the banana bread. So I'm going to do a little speed clean and then moving on to making the banana bread. Okay, so that's looking a lot better. So I've done all the dishes. I have a warm bowl of water ready for new dishes to go in as I bake. That is my top tip that my mum always told me, make sure you clean up as you go. So that's what I'm doing. But things are looking a lot cleaner. Does anyone else do this where you have to clean before you bake or cook? So I'm going to tie my hair up now. I'm going to put an apron on, and then I'm going to turn these into a delicious cake. So the banana bread is in the oven and I'm just enjoying a cup of tea on the sofa, taking it easy. We've got about another 20 minutes until it comes out, so I'm just taking this opportunity to have a little bit of a rest and have a little look on Pinterest for wedding dresses. I did put on my oh, my arm is shaking, I better lean it on something. Yeah, I put on my Instagram account that I am selling the original wedding dress I bought and buying a new one, because I've lost so much weight now that I'm not going to be able to fit into the original dress. It was 2 sizes too big for me anyway before I lost the weight, and now I've lost about a stone. I'm thinking about doing a video all about my weight loss, but also combining it into a video about how I'm improving my posture as well, because it's sort of been synonymous, is that the word? Yeah, I'm trying to do them both at the same time, and I've seen really good progress in both areas, so I want to share that all in one video. So I'm just having a little look on Pinterest for wedding dresses. It's actually a blessing in disguise. It's given me a second opportunity to find my dream dress, and yeah, I'm really excited to go shopping. It's actually 3 weeks today until I go wedding dress shopping for the second time, when hopefully I will say yes to the dress for the second time. So I'm just going to enjoy my cup of tea, save a couple of pins to my wedding dress board, which I'm going to take to my appointment, and just enjoy a little bit of rest time. Okay, so the banana bread is out of the oven. How amazing does that look? It smells absolutely incredible. The whole house smells of banana bread right now. Paul is currently out playing golf. I can't wait till he gets in and smells this. He's going to be so excited. So excited to have a slice of that later. I'm so pleased with it. So since in this vlog we've touched on making a bit of money on YouTube, I thought I'd just show you this. So I haven't checked this in ages, but basically to qualify for monetization with YouTube, you have to like hit these two things. So you have to have 100,000, hopefully not. You have to have 1,000 subscribers and 400 public watch hours, which is like how much time people spend watching your videos. So I obviously have hit the first one, and look how close I am to hitting the second one, so that's actually really exciting. I'm not expecting anything. I think, you know, making money on YouTube, the reality of it is that you have to have a lot of views and a lot of subscribers to make anything worthwhile, but still, how exciting is that? Whoop whoop. Okay, so this is my attempt number 2. So I found this old cardboard box, so I'm using this for the toilet roll holders. I've poked loads of holes in the bottom, and then I've also poked holes in the bottom of the egg cups. So hopefully the egg cups and the fact that's in a cardboard box now will help these stand up. But if they keep falling down, then I'll have to think of another solution. I might have to pack it out with some bubble wrap or something. But that is my attempt number 2, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know what is which now in there, so we're just gonna have to see what happens. Okay, so I've just been out in the garden for about an hour. I roped Paul into coming out with me and doing the front garden to do all the weeding and raking and all of that malarkey. I love gardening in the back garden so much more than the front. The front makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable because I feel like everyone's looking at me and neighbours come out to talk to me, and it just stops it being quite as peaceful. That makes me sound like a really antisocial person, but I think people will know what I mean. It's just when you're in that sort of like quiet gardening zone and you just kind of want to listen to the birds tweeting and just hear nature sounds. Sometimes you don't always want to be out there having a conversation. But yeah, I put this gilet on. As I said earlier, that this fleece reminds me of Kate Middleton where she wears a gilet, so I thought I would just fully channel her, and I'm absolutely loving it. It's actually reminding me of the days where I used to go horse riding. I would live in stuff like this, and this is what I want to get back to. I feel like my happiest self is when I'm spending as much time as possible outdoors, on walks, gardening. I would love to do horse riding again, but it is so expensive, and also I have built up a little bit more of a fear than I used to have. I used to ride from the age of 4, and I would ride at least once a week, and then I had a horse on loan as well for a little bit, and I used to look after him about 3 to 4 days a week, but I had to give him up when I went to university, which was really sad. So yeah, I would love to get into that again, but I feel like I need to find someone close to me that has a horse that needs a little bit of help to, like, yeah, I think it's about £30 now for an hour's riding lesson. And as well, I'm not really at the point where I need lessons. Like I said, I have been riding from the age of 4, so I know what I'm doing, and I have no interest in like competing or like even being a good rider. I just love the act of doing it. So yeah, maybe that's something I'll think about again. But the point I'm trying to make is that I'm my happiest self when I'm spending loads of time outdoors. So I'm going to end this vlog now. Paul is making some prawn tacos for dinner, so I'm looking forward to that. He's such a good cook. I feel like that is definitely a good value to have in a partner, someone who's great at cooking. So I've done the baking today, he can do the cooking. So yeah, I thought I'd end this vlog here. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed picking up, well, I was gonna say camera, but it's my phone. Picking up my phone again today and doing a vlog. So I really hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and I will see you in my next video, which hopefully won't be as long time gap from the last one to this one, because I did just need that little bit of time to myself to get back into my creative flow. So hopefully we're all good to go now. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. Please do subscribe if you're new here, and I will see you in my next video.